Hello everyone, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! In Ohio, and I'm coming to you to bring you a fun fold card tonight, and I just hope that maybe you like it. It's a card from, probably it's been out for years and years and years, and I've never done it. Thought I would go ahead and try it, and so I'm sharing it with you guys. So some of you have probably seen it, probably done it, but new to me, well, it's not new to me because I've seen it for a long time, but it's new to me to do because I just kept putting it off, trying it and stuff like that. So I thought I would go ahead and do that. But before I do that, I got to turn my sound off on my computer or we're going to get some feedback here in a minute. Okay, we have it turned off. So anyway, I am here to do my YouTube video and get that done because I want to try to do that on Tuesdays. I'd rather have it done earlier, but things always seem to get into my way, you know. But anyway, I do want to tell you that we have a stamp sale going on. So through tomorrow evening, or tomorrow night actually, the stamps in the annual catalog are 15% off. So that is annual catalog. Does not mean the mini catalog or the online exclusive. Annual catalog only. And but the stamp sets alone, not the bundles. You can buy the stamp set by itself if you want that, and then buy the die cut or punch, whatever that makes it the bundle, separately. But anyway, 15% off all of that. So I wanted to let you know that. And it's good on all the stamp sets in the catalog, in the annual catalog. We also have the kit collections on sale. All of our kits are up to 30% off, which is a great deal if you like kits. And I tell you what, Stampin' Up! Has really upped their game on their kits. So they are worth trying if you haven't tried one in a long time. I also want to say that we have our joining special going on, and that is $99. You get $155 worth of stuff for free. So if you were wanting a lot of stamp sets, you would get 15% off your stamp sets, and the sale price is going to be the price to add up to your $155. So you actually could build that even more. So that's a good idea. And I'd love for you to join my team. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love for you to order from me. I am trying to earn an incentive trip this year, so I'm going to need all the help I can get. And I am not too proud to say that. You know, when we try for something, it takes a village, and I just want to be able to do that. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. What else? I think that's about all that I needed to tell you. I am going to turn the camera down so you can see my cards. And while I do that, if you wouldn't mind to give me a thumbs up, I would really, really appreciate it. Share my video if you will, so I can get more subscribers on my channel and more people that love to watch stamping. We can do that for people that already love to do it, to just share it with your friends. And that would be great. So I'm going to turn the camera down. I'm going to pull up this video on my computer also because I'm doing this on my phone, and I want to make sure that I stay in focus mainly. So let's turn this down, and it's going to be too high, higher than what I like anyway. So let me refresh this page if I can find my refresh button. And I should be right there, and I am. That is a good thing. So let me make it a little bit bigger so I can see what's going on. Here you can see I have the same card. One I'll open this way. It's going to be the exact same card. This is the first one I made. And we have a little slit there that tucks into to hold your card shut. Or you can make it to go this way. So you can do it either way. I forgot to cut that little piece off. But anyway, it's there. And I think I'll have to get it later. Oh, there it goes. So anyway, and then we have this card. So what I used was the stamp set Caring Leaves. I used this leaf here along with both of these sentiments, which it says, "Some things never change. You're simply the best." So I did that. I do have the PDF over on my Facebook page or group, Stamp Crazy VIP. In the file section, you'll be able to see the PDF. It lists everything that I used and the cutting directions. And then down here tells you how to put it together. But we're going to put this one together right now. And I want a time limit, I think, because I have something else to do. But we're going to see if I get it done in time or not. Well, we're going to get it done. I just might be late for the other stuff to do, right? That's okay, too. So anyway, I have a card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 right there, and folded. And I am using very vanilla thick cardstock on this. So anyway, there we go. Want that folded nice and neat. What I'm going to do for this, I do have a piece of cardstock, and I am going to make it this way. I have a piece of cardstock that is 5 1/4, cardstock DSP that's 5 1/4 by 4, and it is in it's actually the new scrapbooking paper called Sweet Days of Autumn, and I'll show it to you. I really like it. I love the little animals. They're little whimsical animals. But here it is. This is the one we're using. That's the back side and the green side. You get 3 different designs. Well, it'll be 6 because it's double-sided. 3 different papers, 4 of each paper. So we have these little trees, and then we just have this. Looks like a graph paper to me in color. We have all the leaves and trees here with the animals here. So that is the paper I'm using today, and it is in our new digital scrapbooking, or in our scrapbooking digital catalog that you can find when you go online. You can go to my online store and you'll be able to see it there. They have several of them. It doesn't mean you have to buy the scrapbook kit. You can buy the paper separately. So that makes it really nice. I don't know if this glue clogged up today on me since I haven't used it since this morning. Let's see. If it has, I'm going to go to my other glue. Oh, no. Sometimes it clogs up really fast. And it's almost done, but I've been saying that for months. And I want to put this on really good because I'll be cutting out a circle. So I want it to hold. So let's go ahead and put this on the front, like so. And on the inside, I have a piece that measures. Let's see if I get the right piece. It's this one. It should be this one. Okay, I have a piece of Mossy Meadow 5 1/4 by 4 with a piece of Very Vanilla that's 5 by 3 3/4. So let's go ahead and glue this down. I know I haven't stamped on it yet, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and put it down because you know what I did this morning? I was doing a Facebook Live video and I forgot to put it in my card. I did the whole card and forgot it. So tonight I thought I'm going to go ahead and add it as I'm going. It won't hurt. So we're going to go ahead and layer that inside our card. Kind of helps break up all the Very Vanilla. So that is the front of our card. Now here is a piece that's 5 inches by 5.5 inches, and we're going to score that. And we need to score that with the 5-inch side across the top of our paper trimmer. And we're going to score it at 3/4 inch. So I'm going to line that on the left side at 3/4 inch. Bring that down, and I'm going to use my scoring blade, and I'm just going to score like so. So there we have that. And I'm going to set this down just for a second. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to use it. Yeah, I'm going to set it down. I'm not going to use that part. I'm going to take a pencil, and also there's my host code for ordering for October. Don't want to forget that. I'm going to lay this so that my 5.5, did I score that right? Let's see. Yep, I did. So we're going to come in this way. Right. And we're going to take a pencil and we're going to make a mark, and I'm using my glass mat ruler because it's just easier. I'm going to mark that 2 3/4. I'm going to turn that, and I'm going to mark it at 2 3/4 again. And then I am going to bring it down to this side, and I'm going to line that up with the 0 right there. And I'm going to mark that at 2 3/4. So there we go. I'm going to bring in the paper trimmer, and I'm going to trim that off, and that's going to make our triangle type piece on our card. So I'm going to line up my little tick marks there and here. Close that down. Cut. We'll save our triangles. We could always use that on some other card. I'm going to line up the tick mark again, and then with this side. And there we go. So now what we're going to do with that, we are going to take a corner rounder. And Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell one of those anymore, but I have an old one. And it was a trio that had 3 different things on it. And here's my corner rounder. And this is retired, but it gives me a corner rounder nonetheless. And I'm going to round my corner. Okay? So we have that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep using this, and we're going to bring in our stylish shape dies. And they are right here. And I'm going to use the second to largest one. I'm going to add it right here, close to that triangle type edge, and kind of just center it in between the lines. I'm going to bring in a piece of Post-it note tape and lay that down. It's kind of ate up, isn't it? I'm going to move these over for just a minute. We have too much going on top of this table. And I'll bring over my die cut machine. I didn't have it sitting over here because it takes up way too much room. And I'm going to bring in my dies. And I just want to tell you, as you can see, this plate is pretty worn. This one, it only has like one little space because I made a mistake. I use the same plate over and over to cut on. And so I use that always as my bottom plate, and then I have this one as my top. When this one gets so bad that I need a new plate, of course I order them from Stampin' Up, I throw this one away. This one would then become my bottom plate because it has some marks on it. And my one new plate would become my top plate. That way I'm using only one new plate at a time, so they last twice as long doing that. So I wanted to just share that with you so that, because some people don't know. I'm going to turn this over. I've cut a lot of brown cardstock, and it has just made that kind of crazy. Okay, so I'm going to put that in together, and I'm just going to go ahead, and I always go through and then roll back. It's just a habit I like to do. So I am going to take this off. I don't want to tear that. I want to use it one more time. So I have this circle here. I'll lay that with my triangles. I can always use that on another card. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this out of the way for just a second. We'll bring it right back in a minute. Let's bring in our card that we've done so far. And I'm going to fold this on my score line. And I'm going to give it a really good burnish. Okay. So what this is going to do, it's going to be glued to the back side of my card base. Okay. It's going to go right back here. And as you can see, this will come over to the end here. Okay. So let me go ahead and glue that in. So we'll just take our precision gun. I'm not going to glue all the way up to that score line because I don't want it squishy on that end and glue my card together. Then I'm going to lay this in here. Push it till it's evenly spaced. Comes down. And what I did for that, so here's how my card will open now. So I got that part done. But what I'm going to do, I have a piece cut 5.5 by 4 1/4, and I'm going to put a green piece back here that will just kind of cover that so it's not so stark against that berry vanilla. Okay. So let's go ahead and put that on. We'll make sure that we get it even and right. Okay. So there we go. That is done. Now what we're going to do is we need to cut that inner circle out of the DSP and cardstock that's together. So what I do is I keep this closed, and that's why it's glued in. I'm going to go ahead and put this right here, and I'm going to try to evenly space it. I can open that. Oh, that was funny, wasn't it? I knew I was going to do that, because usually I do it this way. Maybe I should have stuck with that away. Maybe that was... Okay, now we have it. Okay, so now I'm going to bring my machine back in. I'm going to open that all the way to use, so I don't cut anything but the front flap of my card. So I'm going to take that back out. I'm going to move this out just a little bit. Place this card right here. Place this over. And as long as it's in there, we're good. Okay, then we are going to, and I'm going to run this in like 4 times. I want to make sure that that is cut. So let's see if it's cut. It is, it's on there with tape. So if it didn't go all the way through the first time, I can cut again. But it looks like it did, and we can pop that out. Get that off of that. There we go. And therefore we have that little circle we can use also on something else. And this piece of tape, I think I finally wore it out. So I'm going to take it off of there so it doesn't get all sticky and nasty, and I'm going to throw it away. Let's get this out of our way. We are almost done now. So, let's get that out of the way. It's big and bulky. Don't need it. I am going to take my pick tool, and it has, I'm going to unscrew the part that's sticky, and I'm going to put in this part, which is an X-Acto knife. we have some, comes with 3 things. It comes with an X-Acto knife, a perforating blade, and a perforating blade, that, and something else. Let me see. I have them right here, I think. Okay. Comes with the perforating blade, which is this right here. And then it comes with a little hook tool with an end. It almost looks like a dentist tool. And then it has a little piercing tool right there. So those 3 come together as a set that you can purchase separately. But what we're going to need to do is, on our card, we need to cut a slit for this to go in to hold it shut. You could use a button, you could use a magnet, you could use a piece of Velcro. I'm going to do a slit, and what I'm going to do with that slit is I'm going to take it from up here a little bit. I'm just going to make a mark there. And I'm going to come to this side so I know about, I'll straighten up my mark in a minute, to know that's about where I need to go with that. And they are crooked, but that's okay, because I'm going to bring in a T-ruler, which goes this way. I'm not caring about the numbers because I don't need them. So I am going to go to the higher one, and I am going to score from, where's this? There we go. Okay, just a little bit higher. So I'm going to take my scoring blade, and then I'll erase those marks in a minute. I'm going to take my scoring blade with my ruler. I need my ruler back. And I'm going to just put that there together. I'm going to take my blade, and I'm just going to go down from my score line I'm going to make sure that I got that all cut. I'm going to go ahead and erase my lines. I got to get out my little, I had to hide everything because my cat, I got a kitten. She jumps up here on my table. And I lost my X-Acto knife blade. I had the tip on it, like so. And I didn't have it screwed on here. And she got it and decided it was a toy and played with it. So anyway, you have to kind of work this, you know, to kind of limber that up and get out of there anything that's stuck. And then this goes in like so. And for my first fold, I usually take this and burnish this really good so it knows where it goes in that fold. Okay? So there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our image, and that's with the caring leaves. So we're going to take this one out first. And I used crushed curry. We're done with the ruler. Let's put that little ruler back. We used crushed curry, Cajun craze, and mossy meadow for our leaf. And what I did is I took finger daubers, and with the crushed curry, I just colored the whole image because it's the lightest color. The other colors will go over it. And that way I know I have my whole stamp inked. I don't want to put it in the ink. I want this to dab on. This is a distinctive stamp, so it will stamp a little textured. So I'm going to take my Cajun Craze and I'm just going to add some color here and there on it to have some of that color. Then I'm going to take my Mossy Meadow and I'm just going to add maybe around the edges a little bit to show that there's still some green in there. And I'm going to take and I am going to stamp I'm going to hold that down, let that ink soak in there a minute. And then when I bring it up, there's our stamped image. So we have some green. I'm going to close these. I am done with these. Don't need these anymore. What I do need is early espresso because I'm going to bring in the leaf outline. When I sit this on the stamp, I'm just going to sit it. I'm not even going to press. And see that that covers in the brown, the early espresso all the way around. It did. And I'm going to line that up with the leaf. Now when I do, I line this center vein in with this center vein. And just make sure I got it kind of straight with the sides. And that is the image we get with that. I love these leaves. I think they are so pretty. And it's a standalone set. It does not have any dies or anything with it. So it's a stamp set you can get relatively, I hate to say cheap, but it is cheap. So now what we're going to do, we're going to bring in a piece of 1/2 inch Very Vanilla piece of scrap cardstock. And I'm going to stamp the saying, "Some things never change." There again, I'm just making sure that I get that, the words inked. I'm going to stamp it. On there. So that one is stamped. And we have one more stamp to put on. And this is going to go on the inside. So let's do that. It says, "Some things never stamp. Never stamp. Some things never change. You're simply the best." And that is going to go right over here under that leaf. Almost got it too high. That was scary. So now let's put the saying on it, and we are going to have a done card, girls and boys, whoever's watching. So there's our inside, okay? And I have a paintbrush. When I get these little hairs that I have from that cardstock that I used, that was on the plate, I can brush them off. So now I'm going to go ahead and close my card once again. I'm going to take this, and you know I like to cut angles, so I'm going to cut them close. Then I have a little scrap of Cajun Craze, so I'm going to take and I'm going to put glue right along the bottom here. Make sure I got it all the way to the end. And I'm just going to set that on that Cajun Craze, and I'm going to leave a little bit to cut off. Just make sure I straighten that up. You can leave a little or a lot. You got 1/4 of an inch to work with, which works out great. And then I'm going to cut that edge. And I didn't cut them together because of going through both things of cardstock. So I just left it like that. So now I have that. That's going to go on our card. Okay. So we keep that scrap. That's big enough to keep. I'm all in for scraps. I'm going to bring this over and I'm going to put in 2 dimensionals. Put one in here. Whoops. One over here. Get that off. And that's going to go right here. And then I have some, they are called adhesive back dots for days. And I'm going to use this crushed curry. I'm going to unscrew that X-Acto blade and put my, put my blade for my, there, I want to make sure that's all the way in. There we go. I'm going to put my pick tool back in so I can pick up these little dots. And I'm going to put one here. I think one up here. And one over here. So there we go. That is our card that we have today. And remember that you can go over to my stamp, my Facebook group page. That is where the PDF files are. And you can snag the file off of here. And also, I know that you saw me do a Simply Saturday. If some of you saw that on Saturday, that is pre-recorded videos that will be up on Saturday mornings at 10:30 that you can watch. It's going to be, it's Simply Saturday, so it's simply simple cards that won't take you long to make. And on the directions for that, the PDFs will be on that Facebook group, but it's basically going to have the picture of the card, and then it's going to have what I used, you know, as far as the supplies and what the dimensions of the paper is, but it's not actually going to have any like written out directions step by step, because looking at the pictures you'll be able to get that. So I wanted to let you guys know all of that. I wanted to share with you this card. I got glue on there. And to show you that you can do these in several, you know, either way you want to go. And you could do it landscape also. You could take this and do a landscape type card. You could do landscape this way. Or you can do this way, and either way, this with the opening on this side or opening on this side, whichever way you want it to go. So there's a lot of things you can do with this card, which makes it very nice. I wanted to do a fall card. I love the paper. I love the stamp set. And so I wanted to incorporate that together to show you. So I want I'll show you my PDF. The PDF looks like this. It has the pictures of the card, everything that I used, the measurements, and then the directions on how to do it. Okay? And also the description for that Facebook group will be in the comments or in the description part of the video, below the video. So whatever time you're watching this, I hope you have a blessed day, blessed night, blessed afternoon, whatever. I hope everybody is safe. If you are in the Florida area, I do pray that everything goes well with this hurricane, that it doesn't leave as much destruction as they say it's going to, and that nobody gets hurt. So I'll be praying for all of you for that. And until I see you next time, just be creative in what you do. Have fun doing it. And make sure you send your cards so that you can bless someone else. And I will see you later. Thank you. Bye.